Hey, it's Joseph GQ, your crypto guru here, and we are on another episode of What Makes a Solid Coin. Yay! Okay, all jokes aside, it's important that we understand how to hashtag connect the dots. So we're going to get it, all right? Let's get it. Let's get it. And if you don't remember what that means, let's get it, go back to the video that I posted on Let's Get It, and it'll make sense to you. Okay, here we go. What makes a solid cryptocurrency? I have a criteria that I use to determine what a solid cryptocurrency is. And here it is right here on the left side of my screen. All right. Let's talk about, first of all, Dent. This is a new cryptocurrency. It's an ICO, and it's something that, as far as I'm concerned, it meets all the criteria for what makes a solid coin. It is forward thinking, and we're going to get into why it meets all this criteria, but I want to lay out the criteria first. It is forward thinking. It fits into the category of something that I'm interested in, something I believe in. It is a trending topic. There's buzz around it. We're going to look at who's on the board. We're going to look at what the company is doing, the white paper, the roadmap, so on and so forth. First and foremost, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because as you know, what we do here at Blockstar Academy is we explain things in such a way that a 2-year-old can understand it. And it's important that we are able to navigate this crypto and blockchain space that we're in. It's not just enough to jump on because everybody's saying Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, okay? But there are now over thousands, we'll say almost 1,500 or so altcoins and other cryptocurrencies that are just as important to pay attention to, and they're just as important to know about and learn about and understand how to navigate. So that's what we're doing on this page. We are breaking this stuff down in such a manner that a 2-year-old can understand it. We, of course, have gone over glossaries of terms, and we're going to continue to go over that. And I've touched on quite a bit now what makes a solid coin. And it starts with what you're interested in, what you believe in, because what you want to be able to do is make a decision on whether or not you're going to go short or go long. Those are two of the terms that we've talked about in some of the previous videos. So again, you want to subscribe to this page. You want to hit the notifications button so that you can get the notifications of when we come out with new content. You want to comment. You want to ask questions. And you want to get this stuff. We want to get this, okay? Because it's not just enough to understand it and to learn it and regurgitate it. We need to get it. So let's get it. Here we go. Dent token sales. First of all, they start today. Let's do that. Yay! Because it's very important that we understand not only what they do, but when and how they're available. And they give you that immediately on the page. It tells you. It says Dent token sales start today. And then it says to participate, click here. Well, we're not going to click here just yet, because I want to go over right now why it is that anyone would click here. And I want to go over why it is that I believe in this coin. I want to go over why it is that I think this is a solid coin. I'm not going to tell you ever how much to invest in. I'm never going to tell you what to invest in. I'm only going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you what I think is a solid coin. I'm going to tell you what I think is a solid investment. And it's up to you to make the decision on whether or not you're going to invest in it and how much. But I will tell you my criteria. Get it? See what I did there? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, you have on here the home, which is going to take you home. Pow. Right? We are disrupting the mobile operator industry by creating an open market for buying and selling mobile data. They tell you right off the bat exactly what it is that they're doing. Creating a worldwide mobile data marketplace. Now let's talk about this for a second. A worldwide mobile data marketplace. Currently, I'm sure you have a cell phone. And whether it's a smartphone, a flip phone, a brick phone, it's a cell phone. And it works, right? You make phone calls on it. Some of the cell phones that are out here actually do way more than just making calls. Let's talk about that. Our vision is to create a global marketplace using blockchain. Where everyone on this planet has the opportunity to buy and sell mobile data packages and liberate mobile data. Well, okay, that sounds good, but let me tell you why it sounds good. Sounds good because if you think about Verizon, you think about AT&T, you think about T-Mobile. Mind you, I'm in the United States, so these are the companies that are available to us here in the States that are pretty big. T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, Sprint. What they do is they operate on, and we're going to get into this into their site in a minute, but I'm just going to give you a little cliff note. They operate on their own networks, but it's large network and they share the network. And they basically give you permission via your subscription to operate on their network. They charge you according to a price that they all decide on, essentially. And oh yeah, I do mean all, as in all of the leaders of all of the mobile wireless phone networks. They all get together and determine what the market value is. And that's part of the reason why they're really just more so competing on the network itself and the usability and the user experience of the network, and not so much the price. It used to be that there were really disparaging differences in prices, but not so much anymore. So in this particular ICO, what they're suggesting is this. That's cool. But what if you had the ability to be wherever you wanted to be and use the network that we're providing and not have to worry about cliffhanger? I'm going to cliffhang you real quick because this is where it gets fun. Let's go to About Us. Ooh, that was my first cliffhanger. Yay! Okay, here we go. You're dangling. I see you dangling. All right. See where it says About Us, about Dent Wireless, and it gives you this information here. It says it's founded in 2014, so on and so forth. And by the way, you definitely want to do your own research, okay? I'm breaking this down for you as best I can here. But, of course, if you want to dig even deeper, by all means, go for it. If you want to go back on this site and reread what I'm reading or read another part of the site that I didn't read, I suggest you do that because it's always important that you do your own research. My goal is to give this to you in such a way that a 2-year-old can understand it so that you can then take that as a launching pad or a springboard and get it and then go from there, add on to it. Okay, so here we go. The CEO and founder is Tero. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing this correctly. If I'm not, my name is Joser. So there's that. It's not, I'm used to people butchering names. So, okay, here we go. Tero Katachinen. I think that's it. Or Katajanen. Katajanen. I'll get back to you on if I pronounce that correctly. But it's always fun to at least attempt it and then get the right pronunciation later. So here we go. He's originating from Finland. Also, let's actually zoom in. Originating from Finland, co-founded several internet startups in his 20-year career. Now that's important to note because, again, when we're looking at who's on the board, we want to make sure that the people that are on the board, one, are real, two, have some sort of idea of the industry that they are presenting an ICO for, and most importantly, that they have experience that will allow them to navigate the marketplace, because as you know, this is a very volatile marketplace. So you want to make sure that the people that are on the board have the ability to navigate this marketplace, navigate this industry. And that will help you to determine that it is, in fact, a solid coin. He holds a Master's of Science in Electrical Engineering. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the educational system, what I can tell you is that electrical engineering is definitely not an easy thing to master. And this particular person has a Master of Science, which means they've gone past undergraduate school and into graduate school in electrical engineering. His deep knowledge on complicated commerce systems is a big advantage for Dent. Yes, it is. Terrell was also one of the first first developers ever to implement direct mobile operator payment systems to the consumer applications. Now, let's reread that so that we really can get this. He was also one of the first developers ever to implement direct mobile operator payment systems to consumer applications. Now, if you don't know what direct mobile operator payment systems is, you're gonna know what it is in 2 seconds. Accepting all major credit cards. After launching the payment application on your phone, the phone is tapped on the credit card terminal and a connection is made via NFC. You may be asked to scan your fingerprint, blah, blah, blah. Some of you are familiar with Apple Pay. Some of you are familiar with Samsung Pay. Let's read this one more time. One of the first developers to implement direct mobile operator payment systems to consumer applications. That is very important to note. That is very important to note. As a specialist for large transactional systems, Terrell is the mastermind of all tech at Dent. So, safe to say he's like Dent's version of, I'm going to say it. You want me to say it? Steve Jobs. Okay, I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. Okay, I said it. I said it. All right. Now, if you want to go back and look at all of the rest of the people that are on this board, I suggest you do so. As a matter of fact, I want you to. But for the purpose of keeping this video not too long, I want to now skip to something that really got me excited. Now, of course, you have the About Us, you have news, you have mobile app, you have the roadmap. But when I hit on the frequently asked questions tab, this really got me really excited. And this is what I really want to share with you guys, okay? Now, we're going to just skim this for a second so that you can see how robust this section is, okay? Now we're going to go back up and attack it. Here we go. We're going to connect the dots, all right? This is what we're going to do. Before we connect the dots, we always want to establish what the dots are, and then we connect them. That's what we do here at Blockstar Academy, and that is why you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click on the notifications button so you can get all the new all the new notifications for new content, comment, like, ask questions, because we're building a crypto community. And for those of you who have already started reading, let me catch up. All right, here we go. What does Dent Wireless do? Dent Wireless is a company with a mission to tokenize, liberate, and democratize one of the most important commodities in our time, mobile data and bandwidth. It's a pretty bold statement here. Liberate and democratize. We're developing mobile apps in a marketplace utilizing blockchain technology or for buying and selling of mobile data packages, which can be direct telco products or originating from users that sell unused mobile data packages to each other. Did you catch that? I don't think you caught that. You will in a second. We're going to connect these dots. When will the Dent mobile app be released? Blah, 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 December 2017. We're going to go a little faster because I don't want to lose you guys. App will allow sending data to any mobile operators that we are connected to. What operators are you connected to? For USA, we have AT&T and Verizon. I'm sure they're going to be updating those lists and adding more in the future. But again, this is an ICO, so there you go. India, Brazil, Mexico, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, all my Sri Lankan friends, and yes, I do have some Sri Lankan friends. Okay, yes, and Amen, nice. Now, what problem are they solving? What problem is Dent solving? It's a great question. Let's answer that question. Here we go. Mobile data access today is for many people as valuable as hot water or electricity. When we don't have internet access, we fear that we're missing out. What is that? FOMO? Did I hear FOMO? Did I hear fear of missing out? That's one of our vocabulary words, isn't it? One of our glossary of term words. I believe it's on part 1. So go back and watch that video so that you can see that video that breaks down some of these terms that you're going to be hearing me talk about, one of which is FOMO. All right. However, access to mobile data and bandwidth is controlled by just a few companies in every country. The mobile operators keep the supply restricted and priced high. Now, we know that to be true, don't we? Unused data, here we go. Unused data allowances are made to expire every month, and that creates billions of dollars of profits for the operators at the expense of the user. We want to liberate mobile data and bandwidth. Users need to be able to freely remit, here it is, or donate data to other users worldwide. Did you catch that? This is where we're going with the forward thinking. Here we are with forward thinking, and here we are with things that I believe in and I'm interested in. If you look at my last 2 videos where I talk about what makes a solid coin, I talk about how I love the concept of the philanthropic mindset of some of these coins. And the companies that are doing this, a lot of times they are either on that wavelength or there is an aspect of what they're doing that can be philanthropic. In this particular case, it just spells it out for you. We want to liberate the data and bandwidth. Users need to be able to freely remit or donate data. That's huge. That's huge. Here we go. How are you solving this problem? What is the long-term goal? Great questions. Here we go. To make this change, the telco market needs an overarching marketplace, which they're working on, which will give users and telcos alike the tools to disrupt the current business model by themselves for their own benefits as they'll profit from repeat sales of data allowances. Dent's marketplace will be the global platform for mobile data to be globalized to do globalized payments. As our long-term goal, Dent is aimed to be the global marketplace for mobile data where, in the best case scenario, all of the world's mobile data will be sold and bought and even donated, there's that word again, via Dent Marketplace. Similarly to other commodities like international currencies are traded daily, Dent Marketplace will give mobile data consumers a direct way to affect the way telcos price their data. Now, right now, you have no say in how AT&T or T-Mobile is pricing their data or their bandwidth or anything like that. And this company is saying we're giving the power back to the people. And that is something that I believe in. There it is. What parts of the mobile operator business will you aim to disrupt? First, we will liberate mobile data, help customers to buy, sell, or donate mobile data with the click of a button. Second, we want to remove the data roaming fees or reduce them to a minimum. Now, here's where I really got excited. I really got excited because I think about the fact that I travel with, if I can get her over here. Come here, you Tater. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. She's falling. Come here, you. Come here. Look. Uh-oh. Look. 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 Say hi. Say hi. This is my 2-year-old. Her name is Anaya. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Well, anyway, so she and I and my wife and her sister, we travel. And when we travel, we are very cautious of and conscious of, how we spend our data because it gets expensive. It actually really gets expensive. If you know anything about roaming, if you know anything about international calls or international data, it does actually get pretty expensive. So if you heard her crying, that was a reenactment of how we cry when we get our cell phone bill at the end of that month when we come back from traveling and it's like $300 because we made a 2-minute phone call. Well, Dent is saying, guess what? We're going to fix that problem. We're going to make it to where data roaming fees are either completely removed or at a minimum. That's huge. You see how young she is, and her sister's 11 months. So our traveling with them at a young age puts us in a position where as they get older, they have absolutely no concept of what's going on now, the old model. This right here, this has the potential to be the new model so that by the time they're old enough to have cell phones or old enough to have their own data plans, the ways in which things are being operated, the way in which things are being formatted. For instance, this is all on the blockchain technology. So the way that this technology is being implemented is going to be a completely different system. We are right now on the verge of the next frontier of this technology, and it's very important that we get ahead of it because this is not just the future, it's the present. And yes, we are still connecting dots. So second, we want to remove, we got that part, right? Here we go. We will drive the data sharing economy. With Dent, we take the global mega trend of the sharing economy one step further. People are sharing apartments with Airbnb. Businesses are sharing storage and compute with cloud services. And we, for the first time, enable sharing of mobile data across any Dent user. The sharing economy optimizes asset utilization and reduces waste, thus driving down prices for everyone. That is huge. I know. I'm a little silly. But the point is this. When you're looking at what's a solid coin and you're looking at how they're being forward thinking, this company is very forward thinking. This company is doing something that I'm definitely standing behind. I definitely believe in. I'm definitely interested in. It's something that I would encourage you to do more research about. I would encourage you to come back and read this website. I encourage you to do all of your due diligence. I will be involved with this coin. So there's that. It definitely gets my attention. Here we go. And I'm just scrolling, by the way. I'm just skimming. You definitely want to read about what the advantages of using blockchain is. Here we go. Managing Dent tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. Of course they're going to have tokens. Of course they're going to have tokens. Of course they're going to have tokens. Managing Dent tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, 1, is genius. 2, is a beautiful thing. 3, it gives the marketplace a universal currency for mobile data. Instead of having to deal with multiple currencies, both fiat and crypto. See, that's why it's genius and it's a beautiful thing. The blockchain, again, the difference between, we went over this, difference between coins and tokens. Go watch the video on, I believe it's the first video, but it might be the second video. Either way, it's the cryptocurrency glossary of terms videos. There's 2 of them so far. I'm going to be doing more because there are more of them, but I've covered that. So go back and watch those videos. You're going to learn a lot more in that video than just that one thing, difference between coins and tokens, which is why I'm telling you to watch it as opposed to giving you the definition. Now, see what I did there? I want to make sure you get it. I want you to connect these dots. We got to connect these dots, okay? Okay. Again, the blockchain, here we go. The blockchain creates a good fit for the Dent ecosystem, effectively reducing the effort of designing and decentralizing a decentralized system from scratch. In other words, we don't have to reinvent the wheel because there are smart people who have already done that. And speaking of smart contracts provide a trustworthy way of defining the mobile data packages and the process of buying and selling them, while at the same time keeping the immutable ledger visible to everyone. This is important. It's transparent, which is transparent as in Dent is transparent and the immutable ledger, the blockchain, is transparent, which is a strong measurement against fraud. All of these benefits come free. I like that word. All these benefits come free with the adoption of the Ethereum blockchain as part of the Dent infrastructure. Now, we've talked about what the differences between tokens and coins are. We've also talked about what a smart contract is. So you want to go back and watch that video, the video as well. It's one of the 2 glossary of term videos where I cover what a smart contract is, and I give it to you in detail and with some examples. In your concept, here's the next one. In your concept, you mentioned the IoT, which is Internet of Things, devices can automatically purchase data packages from the Dent marketplace. What is the advantage of that? Now, this is a big one. Billions, yeah, that's right, with a B, billions of Internet of Things devices. And if you don't know what Internet of Things is, I do cover that also in the cryptocurrency term glossary of terms. Here we go. Billions of IoT, Internet of Things, devices will have mobile connectivity. That's important. And when they run out of data, an automatic recharge from the Dent marketplace ensures always being connected. You want to stay connected, and you want to connect the dots. This applies to connected machines such as your connected car. Those of you with Teslas already know what this is. Here we go. Connected car, surveillance camera or tracing device. Whenever an Internet of Things device requires data, it can even automatically recharge through your open Dent marketplace and thus always be connected. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Now, of course, there's more, and I, again, would suggest that you come back and read this some more. For the sake of the length of this video, I don't want this video to be too long, but for the sake of the length of this video, I want, okay, what makes you different from your competition? As we are the first company to create an overarching marketplace, there's the forward thinking, for trading with mobile data. Our competition comes from the legacy silo approach. Oh, that's what we didn't talk about. We'll get back to that in a second. The other companies like AT&T Mobile, or AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint, they all work on a silo structure. I'm going to go back where they talk about that because I've already read this. I'm going to go back to where they talk about that in a second. Our competition comes from the legacy silo approach that currently is the status quo for telcos, as in telecommunication companies. Our trading platform will treat mobile data as a resource or commodity, which will be openly traded and priced. If you don't see how huge that is, if you don't see how this is something to get behind, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I think maybe you'll have to rewind this video and slow it down and watch it again. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you where we were talking about with the silo stuff. I believe it was up here. Mobile operators. Here we go. Why are the mobile operators not doing this themselves? Mobile operators are working in silos. Consumers are kind of held hostage and cannot easily switch between them. That's very true. And for any of you who've ever tried to switch between mobile companies, it's a pain. Newer developments point in the right direction, such as with eSIM, the new EU roaming regulation, and mobile data rollover to the next months. I mean, if you're not on an unlimited plan by now, you must not really use your phone. That's all I can say. Because, rollover these days is a joke. I mean, what are you rolling over? You're going to use it all. You're going to use it all. There's nothing to roll over. Okay. But really, operators need someone like Dent to connect the silos and create a global bridge so customers can freely buy and sell mobile data. Added benefit is that Dent provides a single platform with a single customer billing relationship that works globally. Now, again, I want you to go back and read through this thoroughly. It's not, I didn't cover everything, but I got the nuts and bolts of it. And it's important. And they also give you in the frequently asked questions section a little bit about the founders. It's important that you understand something. It's not always about the coins. I've covered this in other videos. It's about the technology and the company that they are building their platform on. And, well, you see it here. This is solid. This is a solid platform and a solid coin. This is something that will stand the test of time. And that means that you can do one of two things with it. You can go short or you can go long. or both. Either way, it's a win. So, in true Blockstar Academy fashion, we've connected the dots, but let's connect them officially. Here we go. I believe in it, and I'm interested in it because, well, it has a philanthropic concept. It adds a philanthropic element to what would otherwise just be a capitalistic kind of a structure. So it's a little bit of both. You can make money off of it, of course, but essentially what they're saying is you have the ability to give back. Think of all the places and people who don't have the mobile data and bandwidth capabilities that you do. And you may find yourself with a surplus, whether you're rolling over or whether you just don't use it all. Well, Dent offers the ability to do something with it besides just throwing it away or not using it. You can sell it or you can donate it. And that's a beautiful thing. I stand by that. I believe in that because a lot of times we find ourselves in a position to help the less fortunate. Sometimes you become the less fortunate. I was actually watching a documentary recently where there's a pizza company in Philadelphia that gives away dollar pizzas. So you can go into dollar slices. So you can go into the pizza place, purchase a slice for $1 for somebody. He writes it on a Post-it note and puts it on the wall. And if a homeless person comes in there and they're a little bit short and they want to get a slice of pizza, they can go over to the wall of Post-it notes and pull one off because it's already been paid for them, and they can enjoy a slice of pizza on someone else. That's philanthropic. And when I saw that, I said to myself, that's pretty cool. Well, this woman says she tries to donate at least $5 a week. And one day she went in there and she only had 78 cents. She was a little short. So she was able to go in and use one of the prepaid slices that was on the wall. Now, mind you, in a perfect world, she would have had an entire dollar, especially if she donates on a regular basis. But again, sometimes you find yourself in need. And this is a way, look at Dent, this is a way where you can help someone in need, or if you are the one in need, you can get some help. It's a beautiful thing. The board is solid. Well, we didn't look at the roadmap. Let's look at the roadmap. Here we go. Now, in the vein of connecting dots, in the spirit of connecting dots, what do you see when you look at this row right here? What do you see? I see iOS. Let's just start there. Let's start there. Of course, this is going to be Android and iOS. Right there, you're winning. Right there, you're winning. Let's see here. 2018, launch Android app, PAL, Dent tokens, or data rewards when watching ads will make users to use the app regularly. So they're incentivizing. That's important to note, that they're incentivizing. Now, if you don't know anything about that and you're thinking automatically, oh, they're going to try to spoof us and there's going to be laden with ads and blah blah blah. That's not how that works. How that works is there's a pool game that a lot of us play, and sometimes if you're low on tokens, because they do tokens in this pool game, you can watch videos, you can click on links, you can do all type of things in order to get tokens so that you can play the game. That's an incentivized game. This is an incentivized platform. That's what they're talking about. Okay. Adding worldwide prepaid SIM card top-ups to Dent, offering to fully cover the need of prepaid customers. That's huge. Think about Boost Mobile. Think about Cricket. Think about Metro PCS. Think about all the prepaid services. This is going to take care of all of that, because they're, as you saw, they're dealing with major networks. So this is going to make sure that nobody's left behind. Adding more countries and more operators to the mobile data offering. That's what I was talking about before when I said they're going to be adding more countries and more services, more service providers. Target 1 million registered users in mid 2018. Dent becoming one of the most used blockchain applications counted by the number of users. That's huge. That means that what they're going to be doing between now and then is raising awareness, is making sure that all of their developers are keeping everything up to date, and that their roadmap is actually being, their milestones on their roadmap is actually being hit, and that's huge. Launching Dent Exchange web app to open up trading in the second quarter of 2018. Trading Desk on web will be the first version of the data trading platform, which will enable selling and buying of data packages purchased with Dent. That's huge, especially because the second quarter is not too far away. We're actually inching into the first quarter now, so you figure the second quarter. So they're already, think about it like this. If you launch something in the second quarter, you're already ready to launch it now for the most part. I mean, there are some minor tweaks that you're going to be making between now and then, but you're pretty much ready to go. Strategic notifications with telcos for close cooperations ongoing. In other words, they're going to sit down and make sure that everyone is on the same page. They're going to negotiate deals with telco and put themselves in a position where they're going to be able to offer the most value to their customers. And I think that's the most important thing. The most important thing is to make sure that your customer is happy. So I salute them. I give them I need to come up with something to signify that they get my approval of some sort. Let me see. I got it. They get the block star of approval. There it is. There it is. They get the block star approval. All right. So again, like, subscribe, comment, ask questions, hit the notifications button so you can get notified of the content we're going to be putting out. Go back and watch the other videos. This YouTube channel is not that old. So go watch every single video, because I am dropping so much knowledge in these videos, it's ridiculous. And I post videos every day, sometimes multiple times a day. So, as a matter of fact, I think this is the second video I've done today. Pretty sure. So, without any ado at all, I will see you in the next. Oh, also, join the email list. That's what I was going to tell you. It's important that you join the email list, because I'm currently working on a webinar that's going to explain everything that you need to know to get into the game. If you're not already in the cryptocurrency game, I'm going to be breaking it all the way down so simply that a 2-year-old can understand it. It's going to put you in a position where you can buy, sell, trade cryptocurrencies. You'll have a very solid understanding and you'll get it. Okay. So with that, I bid you adieu. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.